I stopped counting centuries ago.
The Galactic Military Academy was the most prestigious combat school in the known universe. Every year, the strongest cadets from hundreds of alien civilizations gathered there to learn the art of war. Today, however, was different. For the first time in the Academy's 3,000-year history, a human had been invited to teach. The massive lecture hall buzzed with whispers. Some cadets had feathers, some had scales. Others had 4 arms or glowing blue skin. But almost all of them shared the same opinion. Humans were weak. They're small. They have no claws, no natural armor. They probably survived because they got lucky. Laughter echoed across the room. The academy doors slowly opened. A middle-aged human officer walked inside wearing a simple gray military uniform. No medals, no bodyguards, no dramatic entrance. He calmly placed a small data chip onto the holographic projector. "My name is Commander Elias Carter," he said in a calm voice. "I've been asked to teach one lesson: how humanity survives impossible wars." The room erupted into laughter. A tall reptilian cadet raised his hand. "Commander, before we begin, can I ask a question?" "You may." The cadet smirked. "How many wars has Earth actually fought?" The room became silent, waiting for the answer. Everyone expected a small number. Maybe 10. Maybe 20. Commander Carter looked around the classroom without changing his expression. Then he quietly replied, "I stopped counting centuries ago." The laughter instantly disappeared. No one spoke. No one moved. For the first time that morning, the Galactic Military Academy wasn't laughing anymore. Commander Carter touched the holographic console. The lights dimmed. A glowing image of Earth slowly appeared in the center of the classroom. At first, it looked ordinary, a beautiful blue planet surrounded by oceans and clouds. Then, thousands of glowing red dots appeared across its surface. The alien cadets leaned forward. "What are those?" one whispered. Commander Carter answered calmly, "Every red marker represents a major war." The room fell silent. More red lights appeared. Hundreds became thousands. Thousands became tens of thousands. Ancient battles, modern wars, global conflicts, civil wars, wars for freedom, wars for survival. The hologram kept expanding. An insectoid cadet finally stood up. "Impossible. No civilization survives this many conflicts." Commander Carter looked directly at him. "We almost didn't." He tapped the console again. The hologram changed. Instead of battlefields, it now displayed numbers. Millions of soldiers, billions of civilians affected, entire cities destroyed and rebuilt. A bird-like cadet raised a trembling hand. "You fought all of these against alien invaders?" Commander Carter slowly shook his head. "No. We fought each other." A wave of disbelief spread across the room. The reptilian cadet who had laughed earlier frowned. "You mean your greatest enemy was your own species?" Commander Carter nodded. "For thousands of years. We made mistakes. We paid for them. And we learned from every single one." The Academy's AI suddenly interrupted, analyzing historical combat records. "Warning. Earth possesses the highest documented warfare experience of any known civilization." The classroom froze. Several cadets exchanged nervous glances. One quietly asked, "If humans survived all of that, what could possibly frighten them now?" Commander Carter looked at the holographic Earth. His expression never changed. Only one thing: failing to protect the people waiting for us back home. For the first time, the alien cadets no longer saw humans as a weak species. They began to understand why the galaxy called them the survivors. The classroom remained silent. Commander Carter looked around the room before speaking. "History tells you why we fight. But today, you'll learn how we fight." The Academy's central AI activated instantly. Combat Simulation Chamber online. The walls disappeared. The classroom transformed into a massive virtual battlefield stretching to the horizon. Ruined cities, collapsed bridges, burning vehicles. Smoke filled the sky. The alien cadets smiled again. Finally, something they understood. A towering reptilian cadet stepped forward. Our squad has won every Academy simulation. We'll finish this human in less than 2 minutes. Commander Carter simply removed his jacket. No weapons? Another cadet laughed. The human smiled. I'll use whatever the battlefield gives me. The countdown appeared. 3, 2, 1. Simulation begins. The alien squad charged as one. Energy rifles fired from every direction. Commander Carter didn't fire a single shot. Instead, he disappeared into the smoke. "Where did he go?" someone shouted. Suddenly, an explosion echoed behind the alien squad. A fuel transport erupted into flames. The blast knocked 3 cadets to the ground. "He used the environment!" Before they could recover, another alarm sounded. One by one, their communication systems went offline. "Commander, we've lost visual contact. Thermal scanners aren't working. Motion sensors are jammed." Panic spread through the squad. Commander Carter never attacked head-on. He moved through the ruins like a ghost. Every distraction became a weapon. Every shadow became cover. One cadet was eliminated after stepping into a hidden trap. Another was outmaneuvered without ever seeing the human. Within minutes, only the reptilian team leader remained. Breathing heavily, he searched the empty streets. "This isn't fighting," he whispered. "This is hunting." A calm voice answered from behind him. "No, this is surviving." The reptilian cadet slowly turned around. Commander Carter stood only a few feet away. His training rifle rested calmly against the cadet's armor. Simulation complete. Winner, Human Commander Elias Carter. Enemy casualties, 12. Human casualties, 0. The battlefield vanished. The cadets found themselves back inside the Academy. No one laughed this time. The Academy AI broke the silence. Analysis complete. Human combat efficiency exceeds Academy tactical predictions by 437%. Commander Carter picked up his jacket. "We don't win because we're stronger. We win because we adapt faster than anyone else." The alien cadets finally understood. Humanity's greatest weapon had never been its technology. It was the ability to survive, learn, and adapt, no matter how impossible the battlefield seemed. The simulation ended, but no one left their seat. The alien cadets stared at Commander Carter with a new kind of respect. The Academy's supreme instructor, General Varkos, stepped into the room. His deep voice echoed through the hall. "Commander Carter, you've shown them your tactics. Now show them your soldiers." Carter nodded. The holographic projector lit up once again. Rows of military statistics filled the air. A young avian cadet raised a wing. "How many active soldiers does Earth have?" Commander Carter answered without hesitation. "Enough." The cadets laughed nervously. General Varkos frowned. "I asked for numbers." Commander Carter touched the console. The hologram zoomed out. It displayed Earth's military forces, then its reserve forces, then special operations units, then defense industries, factories, shipyards, research facilities, civilian emergency networks. Every layer of Earth's war machine appeared one after another. The numbers kept climbing. Millions, then tens of millions. The classroom became completely silent. An insectoid cadet whispered, "Those can't all be warriors." Commander Carter shook his head. "They aren't. They're engineers, doctors, pilots, scientists, mechanics, farmers. When Earth is threatened, we all become defenders." General Varkos narrowed his eyes. So your military is your entire civilization? Commander Carter looked directly at him. No. Our civilization becomes our military. The Academy AI interrupted. Strategic assessment complete. Earth possesses the highest planetary mobilization capability ever recorded. Estimated probability of successful planetary conquest, 0.03%. Gasps filled the Academy. General Varkos stared at the numbers in disbelief. I've studied war for 400 years. I have never seen a civilization capable of mobilizing like this. Commander Carter smiled faintly. We learned long ago. Survival isn't the job of soldiers alone. It's everyone's responsibility. For the first time in Galactic Academy history, the aliens realized they had never truly understood humanity. Humans weren't dangerous because they loved war. They were dangerous because, when their home was threatened, an entire planet stood up together. 3 days after Commander Carter's lecture, the Galactic Academy's emergency alarm screamed through every corridor. Warning, unknown, fleet detected. The holographic map flashed red. A massive armada had emerged from hyperspace, more than 12,000 warships. The fleet belonged to the Karak's Dominion, a civilization that had never lost a war. Their commander transmitted a single message across the galaxy. Surrender the Human Republic, or watch your worlds burn. Panic spread through the Academy. Cadets rushed to the command center. Even General Varkos looked uneasy. No known alliance possessed enough firepower to stop the invasion. Then Commander Carter quietly stepped forward. He looked at the enemy fleet for a few seconds. Then he smiled. General Varkos stared at him. Commander, why are you smiling? Carter folded his arms. Because they made the same mistake every enemy makes. And what mistake is that? Asked Varkos. They think Earth fights alone. He pressed a secure communicator. Only 5 words were spoken. Earth, we need you. For several seconds, nothing happened. The alien officers exchanged confused looks. Then the Academy's sensors exploded with warnings. Hundreds, no, thousands of hyperspace signatures appeared across the galaxy. Human warships emerged from every direction. Gigantic carriers, stealth destroyers, missile cruisers, drone swarms, medical ships, supply fleets, civilian transports converted into military support vessels. The stars themselves seemed to fill with humanity's fleet. The Academy AI announced, Human reinforcement fleet detected. Estimated strength, impossible to calculate. The Karak's commander fell silent. He had expected one planet. Instead, he had awakened an entire civilization. Commander Carter looked at the frightened cadets. This is our final lesson. Never mistake humanity's kindness for weakness. When someone threatens our home, we don't ask who will defend Earth. We all do. The alien cadets watched in complete silence as countless human warships formed an unbreakable wall between the enemy fleet and the rest of the galaxy. For the first time, the invaders began to retreat.
The endless lines of human warships stretched across space like a living wall. The stars themselves disappeared behind steel. Silence filled every command bridge. The Karak's Dominion had conquered hundreds of civilizations, but they had never seen anything like this. Their supreme warlord slowly stood from his throne, his eyes locked onto Earth's fleet. So, the stories were true. Commander Carter appeared on every communication channel. He spoke calmly. You came here expecting another easy conquest. You chose the wrong planet. The Karak's warlord laughed. One battle won't save your species. Commander Carter smiled. This isn't one battle. This is 8,000 years of experience. At that moment, thousands of human ships moved as one. No confusion. No panic. Every captain knew exactly where to go. Every pilot knew exactly what to do. Every soldier trusted the person beside them. General Varkos watched the formations in disbelief. How can billions of humans coordinate like this? Commander Carter answered quietly. Because every generation learned from the last. The Karoks fleet fired first. A storm of plasma beams lit up the darkness. Human defense ships immediately raised massive energy shields. The first attack failed, then Earth's fleet advanced. Drone swarms overwhelmed enemy defenses. Missile cruisers struck command ships with perfect precision. Stealth frigates disabled enemy communications. Within minutes, the unstoppable Karoks armada was falling apart. Their flagship suffered critical damage. The Supreme Warlord stared at the tactical display. For the first time in his life, he ordered a retreat. All ships, fall back. We cannot defeat humanity. The surviving enemy warships jumped into hyperspace and disappeared. The battle was over, not because humanity wanted revenge, but because the enemy had finally understood the truth. Weeks later, at the Galactic Military Academy, every cadet stood at attention as Commander Carter prepared to leave. General Varco stepped forward and saluted him. Commander, when you first arrived, we believed humans were the weakest species in the galaxy. We were wrong. You are the species that refuses to surrender. Commander Carter returned the salute. We aren't unbeatable. We've simply learned that every defeat is another lesson. As his shuttle lifted off, every alien cadet raised their hand in respect. From that day on, a new sentence was added to every military textbook in the galaxy. If humanity stands with you, there is hope. If humanity stands against you, the war is already over. The end.